Hi, everybody. How you doing? Sorry for being a little late. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show. Today is, what is it today? May the 14th.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Sorry
There we
for
go.
being a little late. How's it going?
There we go. May the 14th, 2019, and we're here at Traveling with Bruce. Just traveling, trying to frantically get myself set up here. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this. I got to plug in some items here, get everything running. Oh my gosh, been busy here. Lots going on, as some of you are aware. Tragic news yesterday, and been following that story. Really sad. Welcome welcome all to Traveling with Bruce, where we try to get away from bad news, but some days you just can't. And unfortunately, had to cover a very sad story yesterday afternoon that broke right after I came off the air with you guys. That's when it came across the wires about the cruise ship passengers from the Royal Princess cruise ship. 14 passengers were on two particular float planes in Ketchikan, Alaska yesterday, and apparently they collided in midair over water. And I think we now know of 5 fatalities, 1 missing person, and the rest in hospital or in various degrees of a medical or in distress. So it's a very sad story. Hopefully, our thoughts and prayers go to all family members involved, of course, and hopefully the folks in the hospital will come out soon and will be all right. It's a tragic story, but it's a record year this year for Alaska. It's going to be a record year. We're going to have the statistics are something like 1.3 million visitors will be in Alaska this year, which means Ketchikan and Skagway and Juneau and Fairbanks and the other places are just going to be running. In some cases they might be running at full capacity or the highest numbers they've ever had for visitors, and the pressure that some people put on themselves to make a living in whatever line of work they're in. I mean, YouTuber and cruise line operators and souvenir sellers and float plane operators. The pressure to deliver a solid year's profit can be relentless. And what caused this plane accident? I don't know. Was it poor decision making? Was it a new pilot versus an experienced pilot? I don't know. The NTSB, I assure you, we'll get to the bottom of what did happen and why, but the event happened, and loss of life was experienced and injuries. It's just got to be a sad feeling among the staff and the passengers on board the Royal Princess going forward. This is, I think, day 2 of a 7-day cruise, or day 3. I think right now they're in. I think they were in. Were they in Juneau today? Yeah, they're heading to Juneau today. And it's tragic. I was trying to remember. I think that this ship, the Royal Princess, was the same ship that I did a report on about, 8-9 months ago. I lose track of time, folks, because of how busy I am with this channel. I don't do a video once a week. I'm on here 8 times a week live, plus 3 or 4 regular videos. I do 12 broadcasts a week. So you're trying to tell me, what did I do 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. It's just insane. Anyway, I did a story about the woman, a woman that had been thrown off a cruise ship. It was the Royal Princess. This is the story where she landed on the top of a lifeboat. She had been thrown from the top deck, and she landed on the lifeboat. Never hit the water. And the individual who did this had been arrested, but it was the same ship, and it was just a real downer. I had so many comments from people who were on the ship that particular week, and they said, "Oh, it was just a terrible," the whole party atmosphere just disappeared immediately, and it was just a downer for the rest of the cruise. Now here we have the Royal Princess doing her first Alaska cruise for the summer season, and this tragedy happens at virtually the first stop in Ketchikan. It's really heartbreaking, and it's too bad. Do you blame the cruise line? How can you really? It's not Princess's fault. I mean, they don't run the planes. The NTSB will get to the bottom of what happened, but this is just the way it is. I guess, like I've said before, going on a cruise used to be sort of a cultural experience. It used to be, way back when it was all about transportation. You got from point A to point B, one-way trips, London to New York, or Southampton to New York, or whatever. And then it became a trip to nowhere, Miami back to Miami, 2 nights, 4 nights, 5 nights. Now we have these trips, everywhere. Cruise ships are just all over the planet. And one of the challenges that cruise lines have is to entertain the modern traveler and give them experiences that they would not otherwise get. And I understand it. What is wrong with going on a float plane ride over some glaciers and fjords in Alaska on a beautiful day? That has got to be a bucket list item for a lot of people. Spectacular wildlife. The views are incredible to die for. There's no way you can get to these places by car or jeep. Hiking will take you days, if not weeks. You can boat into some of these areas, but you're not going to get the views like you would from the air. So a float plane experience would be really special anywhere in Alaska, obviously. And it's just too bad that this event took place with the loss of life. But what are you going to do? It's 2019. You would think that planes wouldn't collide into each other in the daylight. You can understand it in the evenings. Someone's on the wrong track, but in the daytime, how is that possible? I don't know. So a lot of questions. Hopefully we'll have answers sooner rather than later, let's say. All right. A couple of the stories that I'll cover for you today that I'll mention. I did see a deal here. MSC announced today that they've got yet again another deal in the Caribbean. How long has this been? How long have you been able to get a super cheap cruise from MSC Cruises out of Miami to the Caribbean? Ever since the Seaside launched last year, at least last year, what, January, February? The Seaside, the Meraviglia, or Viglia, if I pronounce that right, and the MSC Divina, all 3 ships. They're selling what they're calling free balcony upgrades. Now, you know what, folks? You've heard me talking. You guys have heard me talking about the MSC Seaside deals ever since last year, when the Seaside came out and had all kinds of problems right off the get-go with all the complaints that were coming about the ship and so on. And you guys were telling me about the deals that you were seeing, especially those of you who live in Florida, those of you who live in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Louisiana, Alabama, all over the Southeast. You were telling me about how you were being bombarded from every angle about deals on the MSC Seaside, because you saw billboard ads, you saw local television ads, you saw national television ads that were probably being regionally broadcast to you. And I heard last year that you folks out there were telling me you could get a balcony on the Seaside for under $600 for a week per person, like $550, $549, that kind of stuff. Well, here I am looking at reading an article this morning, free balcony upgrades. So, book an ocean view, we'll give you a balcony. 7 nights starting at $549. And as the year went on, we talked about how they were not only offering that, then they started offering the free drink package. They were starting to throw in some specialty dining. Then they were talking about throwing in some Wi-Fi. This deal here, I don't see those offers yet being offered. So maybe they're trying to just get you on the price, and hopefully you'll just go for that. Something tells me though, as the summer rolls along, coming up this fall, this winter, as the days and weeks go by, if these cabins don't fill up to an acceptable number, here come the perks. And don't be surprised if you start to see freebies like free drink packages, Wi-Fi, especially dining, starting to continue to be thrown in at you on top of this cheap deal. So MSC, they're not filling out those ships. I had a fantastic viewer of mine. As a matter of fact, I think it was Peter Heckema. By the way, Peter, if you're watching, shout out to you from me. As always, thank you for watching my channel. And today, Tuesday, got a donation from Peter Heckema today. It must be Tuesday. A donation came in. Anyway, Peter Heckema last year was telling me that he was going on the Symphony of the Seas. And he had a 1-week cruise on the Symphony of the Seas out of Miami. Loved it. And he told me that that he saw the MSC Seaside pass by his ship. He was on the upper deck there, looking out over the water and the waterway in Miami, and the MSC Seaside pulled out and started to head to sea. And he said to me, Bruce, I can tell you, I swear, a third of the cabins were empty. They're dark. There's no lights on in them. We'll see in the case of the Seaside, like these newer ships, you have to put your room key in one of those slots beside the door when you come in your cabin, and that engages the power and lets you turn your lights on. If you leave your cabin, you have to take your card with you, obviously your room card, and when you take it out, the power is cut off, and that's a way to save electricity. But it's another way to tell from the outside looking in whether there's anybody in there. If the lights are all off and it's dark, there's nobody there. Now, you could say, well, look, there's a lot of people that could be on the upper deck, have the sail away party, not necessarily dark necessarily, but he was saying that, that a whole bunch of these rooms were dark, like no one was in them. He had a premonition, a room that was being used versus not, and it might be that, you're looking at a room from the outside in, and its bed is perfect. There's no luggage, that kind of thing. Other people were on balconies waving and all that sort of thing, and then of course folks upstairs. So anyway, I had heard last year that there were very low numbers, very low occupancy numbers for the Seaside, depending on the time of cruise. And you gotta think that with these other two ships, the Divina and the Meraviglia, I think that's how you say it, might be the case. Now, if they're at 80, 85%, 70% occupancy, yeah, these deals will continue big time, and the throw-ins will come. The throw-ins will come behind it, so I'll keep an eye on it. Other story for today, I've been reading this a couple of days, and I'll mention it. Norovirus has reared its ugly head yet again. The stomach virus that cruise ships occasionally run into. This particular ship is called the Marella Explorer 2. And the Marella Explorer 2 is an adult-only ship. She right now is running a Mediterranean cruise. About 35 people out of 1,800 are affected by the norovirus, 2%. And the story goes that if you go to the buffet, you cannot serve yourself. You are given a plate to hang on to, and you point at what you want, and the staff members will put on as much as you like of whatever you want, but you cannot touch the tongs, you cannot touch the buns. Everything is handed to you, and you hang onto your plate, and you go to sit down. They're trying to minimize hand to person contact as much as they can, and of course you can imagine they are being pretty strict with respect to washing your hands and using those sanitizers, and they're trying to battle this thing. But once it's on there, once the virus has been contracted, now to try to stamp it out with 1,800 passengers on board and the crew, pretty tough to do. The ship today is in Sardinia, and tomorrow will finish her cruise in Naples. So you can imagine that in Naples there will be a crew of workers ready to hit that ship the minute those folks are coming off. The cleaning crews are going in with the heavy duty disinfectants and so on. They'll be working. They're probably doing this all night, every night. They'll probably really hit the banisters, the walls, every door, every surface that people can touch. They will be on it all night and all morning before they allow the next group of passengers on the ship. They'll want to stamp this out, if at all humanly possible. But that is a tough thing to do on a very, you know, on a vessel that can handle 1,800 plus probably 600-700 crew, maybe 800 crew. You know, 2,500 people. That's a lot of surface to cover. Wow. Anyway, that's some of the cruise news. Other than that, I just wanted to quickly mention I got a couple of postcards in the mail last couple of days. My friends I have friends in Saginaw, Michigan that are sending me stuff. Janet and Ken are sending me, I think it's Janet and Ken, they're sending me cards. And I can't thank them enough. This absolutely, it's just delightful. I think it's fantastic. I'm trying to figure out which one is first. Which one came to me first? I want to say Michigan Songbirds came to me first. These Michigan Songbird. April 27, 2019. Hi, Bruce. We are flying today to New York City to start our journey on the NCL Pearl to Cork, Ireland, Dublin, and we'll write more as we can. We enjoy your channel as often as we can. Thank you for all the wonderful cruise updates. Best wishes to everyone and to Jen. Oh, and this is from Janet. This is from Janet and Kenneth. Fantastic. And then this could have been the next day from the Big Apple, one of my favorite cities in all the world. Greetings from the Big Apple. NCL Pearl and NCL Jade are here. It's 50 degrees. We walked a lot. Lit a candle at St. Patrick's this AM for peace, etc. We will write as possible. We love your channel. Thank you. Best wishes from NCL Pearl, Janet, Camden, Ireland. Isn't that great? I just love these guys. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I will be adding these postcards to the postcard wall of fame back here. And thank you so much for your kind words. I also wanted to just give a shout out to those of you out there, and you know who you are. There are a number of you out there who are sending me messages in the comment section for my videos. You know, whenever I post a short video, and you know, you never know when I'm going to do another one. I just did one, what, an hour ago? I just did one about the Gibraltar flag incident. You should check that one out. Sometimes I get criticisms, which, you know, I deserve because I'm not perfect, far from it. I'm god awful on some of my stuff. But then I get some people who are just really kind to me. And I really do appreciate that. People send me such kind messages of support, encouragement to let me know that they enjoy what I do. They enjoy the style in which I do it. I do the best I can with what I got. And some of them go out of their way to really try to compliment me on the fact that I, you know, what I'm covering and what I'm talking about or reporting to you about. They really appreciate the updates, and I appreciate that. It's so easy. I mean, as a YouTuber, I had a good friend of mine say to me, Bruce, I cannot believe how thick-skinned you are, because they read comments that are negative and it drives them crazy because they know me personally. And they say, I can't stand it when someone doesn't like it. How can they not like it? And so you got to go with the flow. It's what I say, water off a duck's back. But I can tell you that the mean comments out there, yeah, you know, dime a dozen, they're available. Anyone can get those. But the kind comments, the encouraging comments, they're special, and they actually they impact me far more than a negative comment, and they impact me in a positive way. So thank you, everybody out there, for being supportive of this YouTuber. I'm ancient. I'm a 63-year-old guy doing this. The average age of a YouTuber, I bet you, is 22, 25. I guess. I don't know. I don't have a statistic on that, but I don't see very many YouTubers my age doing what I'm doing. And I tell you, it's such a thrill to be able to produce a video, do these live shows, and get reactions from all over the planet. It's just fantastic. Jennifer and I appreciate it very much. She just shakes her head in amazement that this channel is doing what it's doing. She never would have thought in a million years that in what 19, 20 months from inception, from creation to now, that this channel would be where it's at. We just hit 22,900 subscribers yesterday. We're now at about 22,940. So I think we're going to hit 23,000 subscribers in the next 24, 48 hours. It seems to be 40, 50, 60 a day come in. It varies. I think one day last week I had 5 subscribers join the channel. That's the lowest number I've had in months. But then, you know, the next day a whole pile just come in. So you just use it. Very interesting. I've learned so much as a YouTuber since I started this channel. It's just incredible. I thought when I would create this channel that all I had to worry about was just creating videos and, you know, come up with topics to talk about, record, edit, put it out there, see what happens. Oh no, oh no. There's so much more than that. You know, I've got to work on my Twitter account. I have to work on Instagram. I have to work on Facebook, and I don't do it well. And then I have my my RedBubble store for these items here. I just put a new logo up last week. I don't know if any of you noticed it. I got to promote that. I don't have time. And then I have my Amazon affiliate link that some of you have been so kind to me. You purchased pet food on Amazon, and a commission comes to my channel. Whatever it is you buy on Amazon, you can use my affiliate link. Thank you so much. Some of you do donations. Like I said, Peter Heckema today, must be Tuesday because a donation came in from Peter Heckema today. All the support you guys show me from, you know, everything I do, I appreciate it very much. And like I say, it's sometimes overwhelming. Now, let me just tell you a quick little ditty here. I will get to saying hi to you guys in a minute, but I have to talk about something. This has nothing to do about cruising, so forgive me if you hate it when I don't talk about cruising. I apologize, but this one here, I'm watching my computer the other day. I'm looking at CNN, you know, seeing what the headlines are, and all of a sudden I see a story about a YouTuber, and I've talked about this YouTuber on this channel a long time ago. This would have been before the end of the year, maybe back in the last time I talked about this YouTuber on this channel would have been October, November of last year. So what's that, 6-7 months ago? James Charles. James Charles, I talked about as a YouTuber, and that was because of a friend of ours that we had for a short period of time on this channel that was supposedly living in St. Thomas, and some affiliated people knew James Charles, and there was a hint that maybe the James Charles channel knew about this channel. Not true. But in any event, I started following James Charles for a brief period of time, and I was just blown away by this guy. James Charles started doing YouTube videos when I think he was 16 or 17 years of age. And he was working out of his making videos out of the basement of his parents' home, and I think Minneapolis, St. Paul. If I'm wrong, forgive me, but I'm pretty sure it's the Midwest. And James is a young guy who is really into makeup. And if you've ever seen a photo of this young guy, it's incredible. His work is stunning. It's artistic, really. There are makeup channels. There are fashion channels out there. There are YouTube channels like mine, travel channels. James has a makeup channel where he puts makeup on himself and others, and you cannot believe it's the same person when he's done. I mean, he can make one half of your face look, you know, glamorous, and the other half of your face look like you've just come out of a car accident. It's incredible. I mean, for special occasions, events, what have you. I can imagine if he were ever involved in the Broadway industry or Hollywood, he would be hired in a second by studios who would want their stars to be, you know, made up in a certain style. In any event, he did a channel and did very well. He had a pretty good following. He had about 100,000 subscribers. It was growing nicely, and he then ended up with a deal with the CoverGirl, the magazine, the CoverGirl magazine. They put him on their cover. It's the first time, I believe, a male figure was on the cover of CoverGirl. I just, whoa. So, you know, they nicknamed him Coverboy. Well, this took his channel from 150,000 subscribers, whatever it was at the time. And within a few months, he was at 2 million subscribers and just going. And it just kept on happening. And because he is so engaging on camera and he's so good at it and he perfected his craft, and as he built his channel up and he built cash flow from advertising and sponsorship deals, he had the money to put into stuff that I have to do, which is lighting, top-notch cameras, top-notch editing, and then he started getting management people to help him, you know, run a professional business, because that's what this guy has. In any event, his channel hit 15 million subscribers like a month ago. 15 million. He's now 19 years of age. What a story. Well, there was an incident. Apparently, there's another YouTuber that is also a fashion YouTuber, makeup, in makeup. And this gal, I think her name is Tata, T-A-T-A, I think is how you spell it, or is it Tati, T-A-T-I? Forgive me, again, I don't follow this very, very, very closely, but this, I'm getting to the point why I'm telling you this. This gal is quite a bit older. She's in her 30s, so she's all grown up, and she's been doing YouTube for quite some time, and she knows what she's doing, and she does top-notch work. And she was approached by him when he was 17. He had looked up to her for years, and she reached out to him, and they began to converse back and forth, and she recognized the growth factor, she recognized the talent, and she saw his channel just take off. And so she and her husband would mentor him and talk to him, and she got to know his parents through interactions, through emails, and then eventually they met. When he turned 18, I think he moved to Los Angeles, where she's based, and they've got to meet, and then she met his parents, and so there's been a connection there. In any event, she and he were I'm not sure they were collaborating very much, but there was some business collaboration going on, and there's been a fallout in the business collaboration, some kind of fallout, something about where he may have dissed a product that she is known for, and whether this is intentional or not intentional, or just forget, I have no idea. In any event, there's a breakup here, and she needed to address this breakup. And on CNN, coming back to CNN, where this whole thing started for me, the CNN people said that this gentleman lost 2 million subscribers. 2 million subscribers within days of this fallout going public. So he was going from 15.5 million to 13.5 million. And I'm thinking, 2 million subscribers. Oh my God. I have 22,900. Oh my God. I can't believe it. And today, I noticed a video had been posted by the young lady, addressing the fallout. And that's what I want to talk about. So I had to give you this background to get you to this place. Hang in there. And I watched it. I thought, when I saw the video, I noticed it was 43 minutes long. And I'm going, oh, it's just like Bruce, you know, he doesn't shut up. I mean, he goes on for bloody ever. I get all kinds of complaints about how long my live shows are. I can't watch that whole show. I haven't got that kind of time. And I thought, same thing. I thought, I don't know if I have 43 minutes. I got to prepare for my trivia show, which is on at 8 o'clock tonight. I have to be on tonight at midnight with my buddy Dan the Man. He's in the casino tonight. I got a live show at midnight tonight, Western time, 3 in the morning, New York time. I got to prep for that. I got to prep for this show. But I thought, well, I'll just watch 5 minutes. I'll just, I'll hear her out a little bit. So I started listening to her. And I'm listening, and I'm listening, and I'm just doing this. I'm just coming in, and I'm coming in. It's 8 minutes into the show, 10 minutes in, 12 minutes. I watched the whole damn thing. I couldn't help myself. I was totally just immersed in this story that she was talking about, and what she did for her viewers, which I appreciated the way she did it, because it's the way I kind of like to operate. At least I think I operate this way. Is she likes to talk to her people straight out. She just talks to them. So she had a camera set up with lighting, and she was just sitting there and talking. And 43 minutes. She did do some editing, so I'm sure she must have gone on for over an hour plus, and she edited it down to 43 minutes. But she got out what she wanted to talk about. And what just blew my mind, was the amount of how detailed and how deep in creators can get into their YouTube channel, and how successful YouTubers, how it can take over their lives. And I cut the kid a break. I cut the 19-year-old kid a break because he's 19 years old. I was just fascinated by this story. This young woman. I'm really impressed with her, and I'm very impressed with her presentation about how, how she started her channel with nothing. She said, I didn't have any lighting, I didn't have a camera, I didn't have a computer, I didn't know how to edit a video, and I'm trying to start a YouTube channel. And I'm going, that kind of sounds familiar to a certain degree, because I didn't have a lot of stuff either, and I still don't. I'm still just talking to a computer. My camera lens is right there on my computer. I have a light up here that's a house lamp that just shines on me, that has shadows everywhere, but it works. And for now, we'll just keep on going. The lighting will get better, the camera will get better, you'll see all the faults as we improve the quality of the show. But right now, we'll keep it dull so you don't see too much. Anyway, she talked about her early days, and how she learned and she built and she made mistakes, and she had wins and losses and everything else. And then she talked about this young fellow and his growth curve and everything else. And then she's talking about like the present day relationship and the present day situation. And what blew me away was the amount of assistance that these people have to have. When you reach by the way, in her case, she had 5 million subscribers a couple of weeks ago. She's at 9.5 million now. Her channel is blowing up because the dispute that has happened has made people migrate to her channel. She's become, in effect, discovered because of this dispute or this issue. And I guess the YouTubers are sort of issuing their vote as to what side they're on. And her channel is benefiting dramatically. Now he's gone from 15.5 to about 13.5 million viewers or subscribers. I'm sure he'll go back to that level again. In her case, she's come from 5.5 to like 9 or 9.5 million subscribers, and she's it's just coming on. It's incredible. But when you get to that kind of level as a YouTuber, you can't do it like I do it. I'm a one-man show with Jennifer helping me on the side. It's all over. You need professional help. Maybe you might need professional mental help as well, let alone professional managerial help and promotional help and sponsorship help and everything else. But when you get to those kinds of levels, oh my gosh, you are in a whole other existence. And as she was talking about how the young guy at 19 is so overwhelmed by the success that he's had in the last 2 years that it's just taken over his entire life and existence and being and thinking and everything. And I thought to myself, sounds like Michael Jackson. This is like a Michael Jackson in a microcosm. In the span of 2 years, he's just gone from a little tiny guy in the basement of his parents' house to boom, internationally famous, millions of dollars in endorsement deals. It's just mind-numbing. This is just mind-numbing. He has had over 1.5 billion views of his channel. 1.5 billion views and up is what his channel has done. This gal here, this video I'm telling you about right now that I watched this morning, she's had in 4 days 39 million views on this video of her talking to a camera to her viewers. It's just mind-numbing numbers that are just I cannot relate to that in any way, except I can relate to some of the things that have happened to him happening to her, that they look out for, that they're wary of, and so on and so forth and so forth. But anyway, I was just blown away by that. I had to mention that today, in case any of you follow those people at all. I don't know if any of you do. I think a few of you, there's a few of you who were watching me back in the fall last year who did subscribe to James Charles' channel, I don't know if you still watch them or not, but it has been just incredible to see the momentum of this whole thing, and how YouTube is now becoming more and more uh, a common topic among large news organizations. I mean, there was a time where YouTube would never be mentioned on CNN unless something bad happened, like really controversial, badly happened, where CNN, rarely would ever talk about it in any kind of other way. But it seems to me it's becoming much more mainstream as these months and years are going by. And I find it incredible. Of course, I still am amazed that at my age, I'm doing what I'm doing as a full-time gig right now, because I would never have imagined doing this even 10 years ago. I could not have imagined 10 years ago that I would ever be doing this on a daily basis, literally 7 days a week. But here I am, and I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you are able to tolerate it. And if you like what I do, throw me a thumbs up. If you know someone that you think would like what I do, and they think they would like to enjoy what I do with my short videos or my live shows, by all means, please spread the word. The channel is growing, as I say, 120 countries around the world. I have viewers from around the globe. It's just stunning to me. And like I say, it's humbling all at the same time. And I want to thank all of you for sticking around and watching me do what I do. I really enjoy it. What else was I going to say? I was going to say hi to everybody here, and mention, I guess I just mentioned I did a video today. There was a story that I caught on a news service, and it hasn't like spread like wildfire, but it caught my imagination, and I thought I'm going to make a video about this story about a ship captain on a Holland America ship, the Koningsdam. The ship came into Gibraltar, and I don't think this is not that long ago. I think this is in the last few days. And somewhere, somebody fouled up big time, a screw up of the highest order. And I guess what had happened was when the ship docked, the crew decided to make a "Welcome to Gibraltar" sign just on an 8.5 by 11-inch piece of paper, and they stapled it onto some kind of a plywood thing, and then they put one of their life rings around it, so it says Koningsdam on the top and Holland America on the bottom, and they put that on a hook, and then in the middle of it, there's this thing saying "Welcome to Gibraltar," and in the words where the words are, it was all inside the outline, geographical outline of the territory of Gibraltar. Well, there's nothing wrong with any of that. Nothing wrong with that at all, except for one little tiny oversight. It seems that whoever created this sign decided to use a flag as a background where the territory of Gibraltar was, and they inadvertently used the Spanish flag. Oops, we say in the geography business, we say oops. Those of you who are not geographically inclined like I am, Gibraltar is administered by the United Kingdom. That is a territory ceded to Great Britain in 1713 by the Spanish. And the Spanish have always wanted that territory back, and the Brits aren't giving it up. The Rock of Gibraltar and that whole little area in the bottom of the Iberian Peninsula, that is hot real estate, and anyone that associates Spanish territory with Gibraltar, that's a no-no in Britain. And I guess it didn't take long for a government official, to make the captain aware that that sign that you have by your by that gangplank of yours over there, that we can't have that. And the captain was horrified when he found, oh my God, what's going on? Had that sign removed immediately, had it ripped out of there, and immediately penned a letter of apology to the government of Gibraltar, the administrators in Gibraltar, profusely apologizing for this gross oversight. This is a major faux pas, diplomatic and otherwise, and made no bones about the fact that this is territory that's administered by the UK, has been, will be. We recognize it as such. This is an error on our part. staff member fouled up, many mea culpas. And I guess the letter was accepted by the government of the Gibraltar. The administrators of Gibraltar accepted the letter, and they kind of let it go. But I'll tell you, the local media in Gibraltar, they picked up on it, as did the media in Spain. They picked up on it because the Spanish are just delighted. The Brits are outraged, and I'm sure this story is hitting UK territory pretty hard. And anyway, I thought I'd make a little video about it, and I spent a bit of time on the video to just show some photos of Gibraltar and what it's like. I've been to Gibraltar, really unique place. If you're ever on a cruise and you get the chance to spend a day visit in Gibraltar, you want to do it. You want to go to Gibraltar. Even if like my daughter and I, we went there for a day visit. We were not scheduled to be in Gibraltar, but our ship, the Norwegian Jade, supposed to be in Tangier, the other side of the Gibraltar, Strait of Gibraltar, but it was so windy we couldn't get, we wouldn't be able to use our tenders, and the harbor master would not allow the ship into the harbor. No room at the inn because it was such a windy day. And so the ship turned around and got permission to come into Gibraltar, and we docked right at the pier, and my daughter and I walked off the ship in Gibraltar, and we literally just walked into the downtown area, and I loved it. It was so quaint, so neat. You saw the British, at that time in 2008, you saw the British telephone booths. Not many left, but some. The mailboxes, the litter containers, the double-decker buses, the taxis. It's all UK. Very cool. All the shops, Marks and Spencer's and the others were all there. And we went into a few of them, and we had a lovely 4 or 5 hour walkabout. And we never did take the trams up to the top of the Rock of Gibraltar. We never did do that. I would say this much: the day we were there, it was quite foggy up there, and so the views would have been, yeah. And so we didn't mind being on terra firma down at below here. And we walked all the way back to the ship. I think we ended up going to a grocery store, a hypermarket, like a large grocery store. Bought myself some Diet Coke to survive the rest of the trip, and we took a cab back to the ship. Actually, that's how we did it, and it might have been like $4 or $5, something like that. And we loved it. It was a great day, nice experience. You ever get the chance, you want to check it out. It's kind of a really unique little one-off. In all of Europe, here's this little spit of a spot, 2.6 square miles of land. Anyway, I did a video about that today. If you get a chance to check it out, please do. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And if you want to share it with your friends on Facebook or anywhere else, that would be cool too. Anyway, that was my little spiel on that video I did today. Again, thank you for joining me. Thanks for being with me here today. Let's see who is here. Sherry Awesome Sunsets is here. Linda Luce, SFL Spotter. I know I'm missing a bunch of you already because the messages leave after a little while. I can't see them all, so I can't go right to the very beginning. So those of you who signed in right at the beginning, I'm sorry. I don't know who was here exactly. Paul Wilgus, Eric Gibbons is here. I do see who's here now. Nancy Adams, welcome, Nancy. SFL Sherry Sunsets. Like I say, Sherry Awesome Sunsets is here. Alan Carter from Calgary. Who else we got? Debbie Manuel. Hi, Debbie. How are you doing? Welcome to the show from Chico, California. Cruising with Wheels. Eric Gibbons. Awesome. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Cruising with Wheels, for coming by. Congratulations on your channel. You guys are heading to, 9,000 subs now. You're on your way. Your daily counts just keep rising. You guys are doing it. It's fantastic. You've got your following, and it's growing. Congratulations on your success. Welcome to my show. Who else have I got here? Paul Wilgus, Glenn Edinburgh from Brisbane, Australia. Welcome, Glenn. Sheila's here. Donna Grubbs is here. First time I hear you live from California. Donna, welcome to my channel and show. I'm glad you're here. Where in California are you? I used to live in Palm Desert, California with my daughter and wife, and love the state. And I miss Hugh Hauser terribly. I really miss him. I loved his shows every week on PBS. Who else is here? Vivian Clark Nicholson from the UK. Hi, Vivian. Welcome back home. I know you had a bit of a rough crossing on the Queen Mary 2 going from the Southampton to New York and then coming back. The first 3 days coming back weren't pleasant either. I hope all is settled down for you and welcome back to normal, I hope. Who else is here? Sheila, of course. Kirk Brunson from New York. Hi there. Kathy Hennessy is here. Hi, Kathy. Passing best wishes on to the families from the Royal Caribbean, of course, for Royal Princess, I should say. Donnell, welcome, Donnell, from Cork, Ireland, to the show. Glad to see you here again. Tom Henry, buddy, how you doing there, pal? Nice to have you back, too, Tom. Who else have I got? Kat Rose from Sacramento. Donna saying, I'm headed to Alaska next week on the solstice. And I wish you a nice, safe, wonderful trip, Donna. I hope it's good weather for you. Who else have I got? Let's see all these names coming through here. A lot of people talking to each other right now. Brittany Lockwood is here. Hi, Brittany. Iskew Park from Thunder Bay. Hi there, Iskew. Welcome back. Who else have I got here? Just trying to catch up because these messages are going to disappear on me in a few minutes if I don't get through them. Linda Moore, MSC Cruises are the pits, she says. Poor food, service, communication, staff has bad attitudes. And isn't that maybe why they're on sale still? In almost a year and a half, MSC Cruises still offering virtually giveaway prices for their cruises out of Miami. Maybe this is the reason right here. Linda, you're saying it the way it is, and I appreciate it. Let's see here. Donnell, that's a pity, Viv. Still, can you get some more sleep after tonight's trivia at 2:30? Good luck. Joseph Kirkpatrick, cruise ship nurse here. Hi, Joseph. Who else? Love that shirt, says Sheila. Bruce, I love your shirt. Thank you so much, dear. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Donnell, did you get to meet Greek Pearl in Cork? Did you get to meet the Pearl in Cork? Tom Henry wants to know. Let's see here. Pearl had some norovirus issues, he's saying, Tom is saying. Let's see here. Let's all give Bruce a thumbs up, says Brittany. We got 44 so far. Thank you, everybody. 44 thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Laura Fuentes, I personally love your shows. Well, thank you, Laura. I personally love you for saying that. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it. Alan Arsenault, hi from New Brunswick. Gas, $1.29.9 a liter. Temperature +6. Oh, man, that's terrible. +6, that's depressing. We are, thankfully, about 70, 75 degrees here, although I think we're getting in for shower activity the next 4 or 5 days, but we've had glorious weather here lately, I got to tell you. Sheila, we love you, and Jen, says Sheila, thank you. Who else? Jerry Bowler Ice is here. I enjoy them all. Is that what you're saying? Thank you. Looking forward to trivia tonight, says Alan. 8 o'clock Eastern. Trivia is ready. I'm ready to go. Jeanette Greenheck. Bruce, you are one special guy. You've come a long way since you started. Thank you, Jeanette. I'm special, all right. I'll tell you that. Thank you. Chad Clark, there was a thing on YouTube about cruise lines training people to pay for special dining and gratuities going up and up. Well, here's an idea. Thank you, Chad, for popping in. Yeah, it's a hot topic. It's a hot topic. The specialty dining has been. Some people just resign themselves to it. They just pay it. A lot of people look at specialty dining and say, you know what? I can go on a Hall America cruise, or I can go on a Norwegian cruise, and I get a balcony, and my wife and I can enjoy a balcony for about $100 a night each, maybe $110 a night, and that include, add to that taxes and port charges and tipping. And then they have the specialty dining. There's regular dining that's included, and then there's specialty dining. And some people's attitudes are, you know what? If I pay $20 a day extra per person for specialty dining, maybe not the steakhouse, but for the Chinese, the Italian, whatever, that used to be included in my fare, but my fare used to be $20 higher. So, okay. But on the steak side, there was a time you could order a New York steak or a filet mignon in the dining room, and that was included in your fare. You could have that every night with shrimp and lobster thrown in every night. But back in the 80s and 90s, when that was available every night, the amount of money you paid adjusted for inflation, you wouldn't pay that today. Very few people are paying that today. Let's say it that way. If you're in the Haven or you're in the the higher end cruise lines, the 6-star cruise lines, you're likely going to have a lot of the perks included. but you're paying it up front. You're paying your 250 to 350 a night, 400 a night per person, and it's all inclusive. Well, there you go. If you're on Norwegian today or Royal Caribbean or Holland America or whatever, and you add it all to your fare, drinks, and you eat at the specialty restaurant every night. You go to the spa and just pile it on. You're going to be in that 250, 300 a night neighborhood pretty quick. Now you're paying what a 6-star line cost you, or what you would have paid back in the 80s and 90s. So cruise lines are, in a way, doing you a favor, maybe, by offering you a low-priced price to get on the ship, inside, ocean view, balcony, whatever. There are now, 12 balcony categories instead of 1 or 2. You can get on cheap, and then you can add on to your heart's delight, to your heart's content. Whereas before, you had an inside room, you had at best an ocean view because you had one of those portholes. That's all you had, 1 or 2 or 3 of those. And yeah, they fed you perhaps a lot better than they feed you now. But you didn't have all the amenities you have today. Obviously, no go-karts, no virtual reality stuff. The showroom, though, you had the showroom. But you might have paid, $2,500 a person for a 1-week cruise back in 1985. And $2,500 in 1985, you could buy a new car for $2,500 in 1985. Might not have been a high-end Chevrolet, but you could have bought a car for that. Today, people don't buy cruises that are equal to the price of a car. They don't do that anymore. So cruising has actually come down in price, but the amenities have been split out. And so you pay extra for extras, but it's your choice. And so for some, cruising is affordable if you go, on the basic cruise. For those who want to go on the high end, it's not affordable, but it's available if you have the money. So there you go. Anyway, interesting. Thank you, Jeanette, for that kind comment, and Chad, thank you. Cat Rose, it's supposed to rain the rest of the week. Looks like a chance of thunderstorms on Thursday when I have a chiropractic appointment. Hang in there, Cat. Sherry, congrats on your channel success, Bruce. Sherry, same for you. You're growing too. Glenn Edinburgh, you give us some great update info on the cruise lines, Bruce. All info is generally very accurate and so forth. Thank you, Glenn. Jennifer's laughing now. I think generally fairly accurate. She that caught her funny bone right there. There you go. Linda Lou, is Viv swearing? Sheila, I love Linda Lou. Donnell, hi Tom. No, when was Pearl in Cork? Was I meant to meet someone who was on that ship? What's going on? I didn't mean it. Glenn Edinburgh, hence your subs. Vivian, you said snow. Laugh out loud. Sherry. Sherry, if anyone has not yet connect with me on Instagram, there you go. Linda Lou, oh, laugh out loud. I get it. Vivian, Cheryl, Dial, how do I pronounce that last name? Dial Kowalski. Is that Cheryl? Hi, Cheryl. Did you say there's a free upgrade for the balcony? What ship is that? Yes, Cheryl. You can get, apparently, the deal on MSC is if you book a inside ocean view room, you can just go right up to a balcony. Well, here's the reality. There's no way I would pay $549 for an inside room on an MSC ship out of Miami. There's no way. I'd pay $349, not $549. But they're saying, hey, for $549, we'll upgrade you to a balcony. Well, guess what? They've been selling balconies for a year at $549 on MSC. This is nothing new. Up until a month or two ago, you could get a balcony on MSC and they would throw in for $549 the drink package and especially dining and Wi-Fi. So right now, they're offering a special deal for $549 in the balcony, but you're not getting these extras. So I say, hold off and do this. Wait a while. And if you want to go on a cruise this fall or this winter on MSC, if they're already throwing out $549 deals on the balcony, I can tell you right now, they're only going to get better. The deals will get improved as the summer wears on. So don't be in a hurry to get yourself a balcony on an MSC ship. You're probably going to be able to get a $549 deal with a bunch of freebies added on by October, by September, by August of this year. They'll be throwing in the kitchen sink because they're having problems. And one of my viewers just said it a few minutes ago. I just read it out loud. Snarly service, so this, so that. Yeah. If you're in the yacht club, I think you're being pampered to death. It's great in the yacht club, but it isn't $5.49. No. So anyway, there you go. Who else is here? I heard something happen, said Cat Rose. Scott Weber. Hi, everybody. Hi, Scott Weber. Who else is here? Kelly Hasna. I would love James Charles to do my makeup. I wouldn't mind him to do my makeup. I could use some help. I need help as to how to do it. I don't think I'd be able to remember all those steps. Bruce, if you wear makeup, I'm leaving Laugh Out Loud, says Vivian. Vivian, I got to get the ratings up. It's just for the show. It's just for the viewers. I mean, come on, Viv. You got to help me out here. You got to kind of work with me on this. Oh, my God. Everyone's loving that one. So Tweety, hey, Bruce, and everybody. Hi, So Tweety. Way to go on your channel, by the way. Your views are coming up. Your subscribers are coming up. So Tweety, way to go. Russell Sparks says he is a predator. Oh, okay. Kelly Heston, hey, Sherry. Debbie, James Charles may be begging to put your makeup up now, Bruce, after this mess on YouTube. Maybe I can save his channel. Maybe I could save it, you know, get him back to 15.5 million. Maybe I can go from 22,000 to 24,000 subscribers, something like that. I don't know. Sherry, hello, So Tweety. So Tweety, oh, we were talking about James Charles. He had a rough weekend. Yeah, So Tweety, he sure did. Vivian, Bruce in makeup and Speedos. Oh, my God, my eyes. Chad Clark, how about people stop talking cruises for a couple weeks and we'll train them a little, because I've noticed that anyone who's taken cruises in different years understand inflation, but whatever. So Tweety, hey, Sherry, and everybody else. No makeup here either, although I'm trying to get a baking tan, a fake baking tan, says Sheila. Oh, no. Hi, Paul. How are you? Got another cruise vacation plan? Donnell wants to know. Linda Lou, hi there. So Tweety. Let's see. Who else is here? Everyone's saying hi to everybody else, which is great. Mac loves me. I can't wait to see this point. I love it. Makeup is a cruise consideration for packing for me. Okay. Sheila loves So Tweety's videos. Donnell, Viv, I wouldn't be up to join in the trivia either. Got to be up at 6 a.m. Ouch. Who else is talking to us here today? Let me go through a bunch of hi, hellos, and everything else. Russell Sparks, are you going to talk about cruising or what, Bruce? Are you just going to talk about cruising or what? When are you going to get to that, Bruce? Let's see here. Cool Jazz is here from New York. Tracy Smith. Hey, Bruce, what have I missed? Sorry, I'm late. All kinds of talking here going on today, Tracy. Welcome back. Kelly Haston. Yeah, sure. I can't wait. Glenn Edinburgh, 39 million views in days. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, my God. I've got 67 watching me right now. Talking about James Charles. I got 67 people watching. Scott Weber, YouTube is becoming mainstream. It is more and more every day. Let's see here. YouTube is very exciting, says Sherry Awesome. Yes, it is. It is exciting, especially when you're on live and you never know what's going to happen. What can I say? Who else? Glenn Edinburgh, including myself, since finding TWB channel. Let's see. I would say somebody got in big trouble over that sign, says Paul Wilgus. Yes, you have to know. Sheldon Cooper, fun with flags, says Sylvan Forrest. Knowledge of flags is flexology, like Sheldon Cooper. Thank you, Sylvan. Oh my gosh. Tom Henry, maybe it's one of Frankie and Gracie's product. Let's see here. Silver for Lucy's doing very well and enjoying the 91-degree temperature. Scott Weber, there are monkeys at the top of the rock. Looks so cool. That's true. On top of Gibraltar are monkeys. Bring apples, because otherwise they'll start stealing off you. You got to give them food. MGM Traveling. Hi, Bruce. Still cold and raining in New Jersey. 54 degrees. Gas 279. Unbelievable. I have to say, thankfully, it's warmer than that here. What can I say? We've been into the 70s finally. It's been a nice relief, I'll tell you that. Jennifer saying it's going to rain for days. It's starting to turn right now. We've been told it's going to go. That's what we're hearing anyway. Cruising with us. Cruise with us. Howdy, guys. Hi, cruise with us. Danelle, yep, I sure will watch that video made about Gibraltar, Bruce. Looking forward to it. I'd like to visit it someday. Glad you have such good memories of your trip there. Rob Slevin, by the way, hi, Bruce and TWB crew. Hi, Rob. Sylvia, wait, what? Bruce is on this channel. What was the other channel for midnight? I'm not watching at that time. Yeah, I'm on tonight at midnight. I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's 3 a.m. your time, Sylvia. I'm on at 3 a.m. your time with my buddy, you know, Dan the Man Sluts. Dan the Man Sluts. He's going to put us on live. We're going to be on live with him. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. It's going to be kind of crazy. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this. I'm going to need a nap around 9 o'clock tonight just to get ready. This is going to be nuts. We'll see what happens. This is one of those shows you may want to catch the replay. I don't know. Who else is saying hi to us? Vivian. So tweety. Oh, yes, party company, everything, including Christmas, last Christmas dinner. Mushroom and omelet, they're good, says Linda Lou. Bruce Rock, says Sherry, awesome, thank you. Steaming Bean, no, Sandy Bay, no gas. Gas station's closed over a year now, 2 degrees Celsius today. Welcome, steamer, and hang in there with gas. Hopefully there'll be a gas station opening in your town again sometime real soon. Can you imagine living where you are, folks, without a gas station in your town? Could you imagine that? Martha Sari, Martha's here. Cover Girls Cosmetics. James Charles was their first male spokesperson. That's right, Martha. You nailed it exactly right. Welcome to the show. Tom Henry, beans will price gas. Laugh out loud. I don't know what that means. Hey, Paul, couldn't find Bruce. I don't know what that means either. Linda Lou. So you don't get steak in the main dining room now? You do, but in the old days, you could get filet mignon, you could get prime rib anytime you wanted it, anytime, included in your fare. Now, you want a steak in the main dining room, depending on the cruise line, it might be extra. The last time I was on Princess, the main dining room had a New York steak. No problem. Anytime you want a New York steak, we'll bring you a New York steak. But if you wanted a filet, you wanted some prime rib, you wanted some lobster, you wanted some extra shrimp on the side, those are extra charges or not available in the main dining room. You had to go to the specialty dining restaurant for that. Anyway, Tom Henry, NCL main dining room always had New York strip steak on the menu, but no idea of the quality. Linda Lou, it's been 4 years since my last cruise. Must have changed a lot. It has, Linda Lou. Tom Henry, Linda Lou is in dire need of a cruise. She is, as am I. Tracy Smith, hi Bruce. It's Tracy from Michigan. Was there a fatality on a cruise ship today? Yesterday, there were people lost due to a float plane. 2 float planes collided midair near Ketchiwan in Alaska. Very tragic. 16 people in all were involved. 2 pilots, 14 passengers, all passengers from the Royal Princess cruise ship. A very tragic story. I do not know, Tracy, of a tragedy today. I don't know of one today, but I do know what happened yesterday. John LeBeau, dinner tonight is marinated chicken thighs, baked potato, and cauliflower. Giddy up. MGM Traveling, you can get a lobster or steak, but it's usually on formal night only on Carnival in main dining room. Linda Lou, boy, you got that right. Sherry, awesome. I like having the choice to do the add-ons or not. Right on. Linda Lou, nice dinner, John. Cat Rose, so far it's been Ritz crackers. Tom Henry Silva, and that's why I buy lots of specialty meals. The more you buy, the lower the cost per meal. Paul Lucas, Tom Henry, I had the New York steak on the getaway in the main dining room, and it was horrible. How about that? Donnell from Ireland. Bruce, when are Kenneth and Janet visiting Cork? What ship will they be on? I hope they haven't been already. It's not possible to be here at all times. I don't know for sure, my friend. They're on the Pearl, I believe. And I had that info here somewhere, but on these cards, I don't have it. But keep an eye open for the Pearl coming into Cork. But you know what, my friend, it may well be that they've come and gone already. I really can't say for sure because these postcards are from the 28th of April, and this is already the 14th of May. So, you know, I might be way behind here on these comments. Linda Lewis saying that was tough, Paul. It was tough. The steak, I guess. I don't know. Was it tough? Oh, Linda Lou wants to know about the steak. Was it a tough steak in the main dining room? Sylvan, my perks include free specialty restaurants. If we what is that? I want more specialty. I'm worth it. If it wasn't, I'd be paying for it. I got it. Donnell, sounds like it too well done, Paul. Tom Henry, Donnell, I think it was there already. The ship, in other words. Paul Lucas, Linda Lou, it was tough and stringy. I sent it back and I got something else. Tom Henry Pell, and I only had one main dining room meal. Interesting. Linda Lou sounds like not USDA prime meat. Donnell, no, it was done medium rare like I like it, says Paul Lucas. Donnell, Tom, that's what I was worried about. I kind of hope you're wrong. Sheila, Traveling Bruce, on the makeup, only eyeshadow. Okay, thank you. Tom Henry, maybe put the makeup on. maybe put makeup on, Tom Henry. Jen, so we wouldn't recognize her. we should put makeup on Jen and then put her on camera so you wouldn't recognize. Is that what you think? Nice try. Tom Henry, maybe Linda Lou. I'm a filet mignon girl with béarnaise sauce. There you go. I like the style of that. So Twitty, yum, Linda Lou. Me too. Donnell, thanks for informing us of what was wrong with it. Well done on getting a better meal. Paul Wilgus, yum, Linda Lou. Sheila, I'm getting a visual on the makeup. In other words, he's skipping over over us usuals. Tom Henry, Paul, I need some more osso bucco. Now that was tasty. He says, Linda Lou, wow, always had a great meal in the main dining room on Princess. I'm hoping I'm not going to be disappointed on my next cruise. Paul Lucas, you would live on that, Tom. John LeBeau, filet a la Oscar. There you go. So Tweety, we had a great dinner on the main dining room on the Golden Princess last week. Linda Lou, no complaints from me. Also Boko, yummy, says Linda Lou. Kelly Heston, the Golden. Tom Henry, maybe we could get Sylvan Forrest to prepare that entree. Lower cover charge. Note the cover charge equals cruise cost. So, Twitty, the only thing I noticed different was pre-wrapped pieces of butter instead of the little butter flowers. Interesting. Linda Lou, now you're talking up a notch there, John. Woohoo! So, Twitty, the Golden Princess, Kelly Hassan. John LeBeau, I love asparagus. By the way, here in Creston, we are surrounded by farms here. The asparagus is in harvest right now. I have in my refrigerator asparagus that we bought at the farmer's market last Saturday. Long, fresh, $3 a bunch. Canadian, $3 Canadian. That's like $2.40 US for a fresh bunch of asparagus. Ooh, so good. Linda Lou, great to hear. So Tweety. Sean McCroskey, hello everybody from Ontario, California today, heading to Florida. Right on, Sean. Sheila, lobster tails forever. Yeah, I hear you there. Not a bad idea. I'm on at 8 o'clock tonight for show number 2. I'm on at 3 a.m. Eastern time for show number 3 tomorrow, I guess. The show at 8 o'clock is trivia as usual, so I'm looking forward to giving you that. We have 55 thumbs ups on this show. Thank you, everybody. 60 of you are still here watching me. 8 o'clock tonight, trivia. Come on by and enjoy that with us. I think we're going to have ourselves some fun there. And then at 3 a.m. Eastern time, you got nothing going on. You can't sleep. Catch the show. Dan the Man Slots will be in the casino with his camera on his show. And his assistant will be on my channel live on Traveling with Bruce, watching Dan in the casino. So we've never done this before. We're going to have some fun tonight. We thought, why not do as a one-off? And then tomorrow at 5 o'clock, I'll be on. Hopefully, I'll be awake. We'll see how that goes. Lobster, I love asparagus on the grill, says Linda Lou. Sheila, okay, Bruce, send me some asparagus. Well, look, here I can just walk down the road. The asparagus grows wild. Just got it. Asparagus. Linda Lou trivia, yay. Glen Edinburgh, see you guys. Linda Lou and late night, woo, woo, woo. I'll be there. Cat Rose, yay. So those of you in Australia, you can watch me probably at a much reasonable hour. Those of you in Ireland, you can catch me at 3 a.m. Eastern. That's going to be, what, 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, your time. Those of you in Poland, it's got to be 10, 11 your time, easy. If you're in Moscow watching me, it's got to be noon or something. Athens, Istanbul. If you're hanging out, you're in Dubai, I'm on at a real reasonable hour later tonight. Whoever wants to watch us. Linda Lou and my dinner with my daughter for her birthday tonight. I have a busy night ahead. Right on, Linda Lou. Get out there, enjoy, and happy birthday to your daughter. Tom Henry, bye, everybody. Thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for catching this show live today. Thank you for the thumbs ups for this telecast. 55 thumbs ups today. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. We'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight for live Traveling with Bruce trivia. Got my questions right over here. Oh, yes. We've got movie trivia. We've got fish. We've got cities, countries. We got stuff. We got stuff here. So I'm ready to go. We'll have some fun with trivia tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. All right, guys. Thanks again for joining me. Take care, everyone. And thanks for joining me here. Get a good night's good rest. See you at 8 o'clock, and then get some sleep, and see you at 3 in the morning. Okay. Join me on Facebook on Traveling with Bruce there. And In the meantime, stay safe, stay warm, stay cool, stay healthy, and we'll see you trivia later. Otherwise, 3 a.m. or other than that, tomorrow at 5. Okay, guys, talk to you later. Goodbye for now. Thanks a lot.